We have a fairly diverse audience tonight. I know many of you have been involved with and supported EPS for many years, and you're pretty familiar with us. Some of you are perhaps joining us for the first time and might be unfamiliar with our organization. No matter which group you fall into, the following video will provide you a glimpse into the transformative experience that is offered through our services and support at EPS.
The thing I love most about working at EPS is that I get to work with some extraordinary people. The clients who come through our doors are just really good people going through tremendously difficult situations. And it's really a privilege to be able to help them through whatever it is that keeps them stuck in life, and to be the one to reach out to them in times of trouble and hold their hand every step of the way until they're ready to go it alone.
When I was 18 years old, I had just graduated high school. I was with my son's father. I was just completely lost as to, what I needed to do. So I had many struggles. Any struggle that you can think of, it was there.
Where I was at before I found EPS was not a good spot. I didn't know that there were places like this. I did end up having an abortion when I was 17 years old. I had gone into a Planned Parenthood, and I wasn't even suspecting that I was pregnant at that time. The nurse who was there gave me the news, saw the complete shock on my face, and instead of asking me anything or what I was thinking or what I was wanting or offering some type of help or information or education or anything, it was, you're gonna get an abortion, right? So here's a number, this is what you do, this is what you call. Get that figured out. I didn't end up talking to anybody, not even family. I had no one to talk to, and I just thought that, that was the only choice that I had, and that's what I ended up doing.
Searching through the phone book and finding EPS, I was just like, okay, wow, this is great. I'm gonna have other adults to help me because at that time my mom wasn't around, and so getting the pregnancy test done, and that was, of course, scary because that was almost like this is official stamp, and I'm like, okay, what do I do next?
And going through therapy and counseling, especially here at EPS, I see that the majority of my decisions that I've made since then were a result because of that abortion that I had, all this guilt and shame that I still feel for having made that decision. Definitely impacts me every time I've had a pregnancy since then. And with this last pregnancy that I had, my youngest, he's almost 2 now, he'll be 2 in March. I found myself in a similar situation where I was being pressured by my then husband to have an abortion. I came in nervous because I'm like, well, I already know I'm pregnant. Obviously you can see, you can notice, but I was so thirsty. I was so ready for some support. I walked in through the door, and it was just a welcoming experience where I know that I had made the decision to keep my child, and I was there. I really think and I really feel that God had put EPS in my path then to prepare me for what was coming.
They were amazing because they said, okay, these are the things that we can help you with. And even that day they had a boutique available that I could just go and view and walk through. And even that day I had already earned care currencies just for walking in the door. And I'm like, this is awesome. I had no idea that there was anything out here like this, and it just gave me hope.
What inspires me about the women that we serve is that they're so humble when they come in here, and they're willing to let someone help them. And in this day and age, a lot of us won't let people do that. And I believe we all need to do that as fellow human beings. And to be able to assist them, those are the things that fill up your heart. Those are the things that make the drive home a wonderful, wonderful experience. experience.
EPS has really became that foundational place that I always come back to. And I'm really in a completely different spot financially, emotionally, spiritually. I'm in a way different spot than what I was when I was 18. But I couldn't have done it again without coming back to EPS.
One of the biggest hurts that I had was always thinking, I am not worthy, I can't get ahead, I don't have people who love me, and that's so wrong. It's so wrong. There are people here who will listen and will take care of you, will try their best to help you. In the end, it is our own decisions, but having somebody listen and just be that non-judgmental support is so powerful.
And I just want to personally thank the staff, and I don't want to cry. I want to thank the staff for allowing me to come back in a really great time in my life and be able to share that with the other women and encourage me to do even more than what I've already done in my community, and encourage me to do better in my children's life and be a better wife for my husband. So thank you.
I hate going after those videos. That's the kind of real stuff we see. And those two women are so courageous and so brave, and their journey is inspiring. Through their courage and perseverance, they have given more to us than I think we could ever give to them. And what's not shown in that video is, Vanessa, single mom, 3 kids, works 3 jobs, and is currently enrolled in nursing school. She recently shared with me that upon completion of nursing school, she would love to come to EPS and be a staff nurse. It's awesome. And Alita, also the mother of 3, very grateful for her witness. Despite being in a much different position with this last pregnancy that she was in when she was younger, she has come back and provided a wonderful example to the women in our centers. And I am proud to welcome Vanessa and Alita here tonight. And I ask you to join me in thanking them for their courage and witness. Alita and Vanessa, please stand. We know that none of this is possible without your support. In 2016, we provided over 13,000 total services to nearly 3,200 individuals. And all of our services are offered at no cost. We are not afforded the luxury of millions of dollars in taxpayer funds, nor do we seek them. We rely on the support and the choice our community makes to support us. Your support makes it possible for our staff and volunteers to provide hope for so many women and families to choose life, and then to maintain that hope by enhancing the skills necessary for them to flourish as parents. You make it possible for us to have the opportunity to look these brave women in the eye and tell them, you have value. And your value comes not from those who abuse or try to control you, or from those who refuse to support you. Your value comes from God. And in His eyes, your value knows no end. It's infinite. And you have gifts and talents to offer this world and community that are unique to you, that no one else possesses. And we will love you and we will support you as you learn to love and care for yourself and your baby. And as time goes on, we witness an incredible transformation. Their confidence builds. We start to see more smiles on their faces. We start to see that they believe in and love themselves more than they possibly ever have before. And then within that process, they also learn to love and care for the beautiful creation that grows and develops inside them. Yes, you make all of this possible for us. And together, we will continue to reach the vulnerable, the abused, the forgotten, and the lost, and together we will lift them up. We will build them up. We will save lives and give women and families an opportunity to hope and to thrive. You could have been anywhere tonight, and I cannot thank you enough for choosing to spend the evening with us. And I thank you so much for your continued prayers, generosity, and support. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
I think EPS made a great decision in hiring Brad.